Today, we will be reviewing Misery by Stephen King. Imagine the book if I still had it. It is a psychological thriller and very much not a horror like his other stuff.
Alright, so in this book, there are basically two characters the entire time. Paul Sheldon, who is this big-time author, but you can't even really describe him as, like, he doesn't feel like an author, like a book person. He just feels like a jerk. And all he does is dog the people that read his books, which I hate. It's like, you just get this vibe that he doesn't care about what he does. I mean, you're making the money off the one book series, and you dog all these lonely middle-aged women that read it. So he's the main character of the story. The next main character of the two characters in the entire book is Annie Wilkes, an ex-nurse that is just so undescribable. You just picture this big, fat, weird lady that's obsessed with Paul Sheldon and his books. And she first met Paul when she dragged him out of his car after his car crash and decides to nurse him back to health. But as the story progresses, you just learn more and more creepy things about her. And she gives off these, like, real bad vibes, and you can tell, like, she mentions court cases and stuff, so you get this feel that she's done some bad things in her life, and how she's an ex-nurse for a reason. But, like, worse to describe her, she's just unstable, bipolar, her emotions switch so much. It's crazy. Crazy is the best and only way to describe her. So, relationship-wise, like I said, she is obsessed with Paul Sheldon and takes him in to be his nurse after his car crash when he was drunk driving, yet is the most uncaretakingly lady of all time. She just starts off by force-feeding him these pills, and obviously he gets addicted to these opioids and painkillers, and he starts having really bad withdrawal without them, and she uses that against him. So I guess relationship-wise, man, she just tortures him for the first 150 pages. Like, obviously I've summarized it to an extent at this point. She drags him out, finds out it's the author, Paul Sheldon, forces him to be in this bed. She, like, pries his legs back, trying to, like, heal him. Then she gets a typewriter for him to write the next step of the Misery books, since he ended it with Misery's death, and she didn't like that. So she makes him keep rewriting until it's something she likes, but won't tell him what she wants. And as that progresses, he's able to get in the wheelchair and get around the house. And once he starts getting around the house, interesting things start happening. He starts finding more and more about who Annie Wilkes truly was, as well as he's able to get his own pills so that he isn't tortured by her threatening to take him away. And obviously he goes through that horrible withdrawals when he doesn't have them. So as he's going around the house, he discovers more and more and starts to learn who Annie Wilkes truly is when you get to that huge twist and find out that she's a serial killer. So, theme-wise, I kind of wanted to go more into, like, the feel you get when you're reading it is you get this feeling of someone that's addicted to something. Like, the words that Stephen King uses truly are the words that describe what addiction is like. And obviously, Stephen King wrote this book. Well, that's not obviously, but he wrote this book when he was going through real bad drug problems and drug use problems. So you get a feel of kind of his emotions thrown in this book. I mean, this book's so different from everything else that he's written. He wanted to use a pseudonym to when he published this book, but obviously people found out he was writing it and that wasn't used. So the theme is just really this addiction, like the feel of what addiction is like. I chose this book because I thought it was going to be like Stephen King's other books, and I like his stuff. And this one was not at all, and it was extremely different. Yet he still uses the same type of writing style in a similar sense, and he's still fun to read yet. Not like the others, man. Not horror whatsoever. Alright, do I recommend this book? I mean, if you want horror, no. If you want psychological thriller, which I guess people like, I don't know, seeing messed up people in books. Yeah, if you can bear through the 100-something pages of him just being bedridden, being tortured by this chick, and just be like hearing his mind and his inner thoughts, then I guess so. I just don't. It's so different from his other books, and the supernatural feel's not there, which kind of sucks. Is it worth reading? In comparison to his other books, I don't really know. Did I enjoy it? No. Effect it had on me? Don't trust crazy fat ladies, I guess. They turn out to be serial killers and killed babies. Like, not much of an effect, other than just the words he uses and feeling that his addiction and his problems being portrayed in this book. It was the only cool part. Other than that, eh.